Welcome to the Village Idiots podcast. I'm your dungeon master, Nathan. With me this evening I have Justin.
Heyo.
Emily.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Sup?
We are a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. At the end of every episode, I name a village idiot who must do the recap unaided. The following week, last week's village idiot was my darling wife, Emily. Sorry, Maxine, for not taking Reg the Goblin up on a deal to get some more money in that connection with the Barony of Talaria. So, Emily, what happened last week? Remember, unaided.
We're going to be here for a minute then, because I have no idea what we did at all. We went to jail for a second. Tora talked to everybody in jail. She made friends with a lot of people, especially Reg. Reg tried to be friends with me, and I said no at first because I didn't want... my social status is very important to Maxine, and she thinks that associating with Reg might hurt her.
She says, being from the halls of indulgence?
Yeah. 100%. So basically he offered to be friends, and I was like, nah. And then he found and then his lawyer came or the Silver Mantle? Silver Mantle came, and I was like, oh, you can get us out of here. So then I decided to be friends with Reg, and the Silver Mantle said that they could work with us, but they only do so for favors. We have to go plant evidence. We have to get, basically there's someone that's been killing these big spiders. We have to go get a big spider, and we have to kill it with this specific weapon from a specific person so that it looks like this person did it. So that's what we're doing. I asked if we needed a big jar, and they told us that we just needed a containment unit, which is basically a jar.
A magical containment field.
Yes. And so we have that, and we are on the way to visit the spiders. And I think that was the last thing we did.
Well, Tora talked to her tiger friend.
Ah, that's right. I don't remember what happened. But Tora talked to her
pretty
tiger
on
friend.
Brand with what Maxine said was happening. She thought that Tora was talking to a bush.
It's true. That's right, because Maxine, I rolled a low thing, so it looked like she was just talking to a bush.
Yes, and you had been drinking champagne.
That's right. So Tora was talking to a bush and suddenly feeling better. Right? The tiger gave her words of encouragement?
Nope, but we'll leave that there. So you all have just arrived at the north side of this spider silk production and warehouse place. I'll give you a description of it again. If you are watching on the stream, we should have this map that I am about to describe up on the stream as well.
Yes.
So the building itself is 500 feet by 300 to 200 feet. It fluctuates in the width of it. There's one big warehouse portion that goes 3 levels up, it looks like, and it's completely windowless. It's a featureless box, basically, standing on the ground, which, according to the blueprints, is where the spider silk is produced. There are 3 levels. It looks like there are the adult spider silk, we'll call them nests. On the northwest side, there is a hatchery, and along the north wall are 4 queen spider holding cells for the new babies, the baby eggs, to be had. In the middle of this warehouse looks to be some sort of magical extraction something or other. You can't exactly tell by the diagram, but there's a lot of fancy-looking magic machines that you assume harvest the silk and do what needs to be done to it. Up on the very northwest portion of the factory itself is what looks to be a big old silo. And looking at the warehouse itself, you are on the north side of it, and you can see this silo extends 5 stories tall. And at the very base of this silo, you see a bunch of carts and wagons, which you assume cart this silk off to wherever it needs to go. At the southwest portion of the warehouse. It is a smaller section, but it is the room and board for the warehouse workers. Just as a reminder, there are only 2 points of entry. They are on the ground level on the north side and the south side of the spider housing portion of the warehouse. You see some of these, as Rargini put it, she was the dwarven silver mantle that she was talking to. That has sent you on this mission. There's a lot of security here. There's lots of brutish-looking mercenaries walking around. You see scouts and sentries up on the buildings nearby. Yeah, this is what you are greeted with when you are let out of the carriage. As she also mentioned, there are not a lot of windows here. The only places that you see windows are on the in the middle bit of this warehouse. They're very high windows, and it's only a one-story part of the building. So there's no easy way to get up higher into the warehouse itself. So what would you all like to do?
That was a lot.
Yes.
Well, I gotta describe it for you all and for our lovely, lovely listeners.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, let me just point out that the building codes for this are probably not up to par. These 2 entrances and exits, definitely a fire hazard.
Oh well, it's definitely a fire hazard. You understand that this is it's not the safest building. It is in the Eastern District of Fellows, so there might be some shady stuff happening right here for this building to have not been built to code.
The fire marshal has no idea.
They put up like magical windows whenever the fire marshal has to come by, extra doors, but they don't actually go anywhere. They just see the doors. They hire a bunch of mimics, actually.
Yes.
To climb the walls and be the windows and the doors and everything.
Oof.
Well, we have a few ways we could play this. We could try to sneak in, which seems like it might be an issue. Or we could try to lie our way in, and I'm very comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable with that as well.
Yeah, what they said.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to put on my best serious face, and I'm going to walk right up to the front.
Okay, before you do all that, roll me a Constitution check, please.
Okay. Saving throw or check?
Check. Straight Constitution. Give me that con modifier.
15 plus
Okay.
0.
You're holding your champagne down pretty well. It's not helping you, but it's not hindering you. So you feel pretty confident. You've got that good like buzz going on. You didn't overdrink in the carriage ride.
I got that good champagne buzz.
Yeah. So all right, you walk right up. One of the brutes says, "Stop right there. No entry."
I stop and I'm like, of course, hi. I'm the new investigator on this case. She forgot the name of spiders.
What?
They have hired me. I am actually the lead spider investigator in this entire hemisphere, so I'm going to need to get in here and make sure that your spiders are being taken care of, because from what I hear, people are coming in and murdering them.
Hold on. 2 things. Who's they, and what's a hemisphere?
Oh, God. The situation's worse than I ever thought. Please move aside so I can get in. And can that be a persuasion check? I'm trying to, confuse him.
Well, you definitely seem like you're confusing him. Please roll me a persuasion or a deception, with either one. They're both probably insanely high
Yes,
and
they
about the
both
same.
are. That's going to be I rolled a 19, so it's going to be a 29.
Damn.
Well, he rolled a 15.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anyone talking about having an investigator here, but you seem like you know what you're talking about, using them big words. It's, okay, hold on. Just come with me. And he gestures through a large set of double doors for you all to come through.
Nice.
So you all are in what looks to be an antechamber. It's about 50 feet by 25 feet, so it's fairly large. It's by no means the largest room in this building, looking at the diagram. But up along the south wall, you see there are a bunch of lockers, and there's a waiting area, and to your left, as you walk in, you see that there's a check-in counter. And then you see another set of double doors on the south wall that leads to the main warehouse. All right, so you're going to want to talk to Maku over here, and he'll get you checked in. You'll need to give us all your weapons, and we'll go right. You just have fun with your investigation. I guess I don't do this, so I'm just gonna leave.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, investigator lady.
Okay, I go out to the front desk.
All right, there's a deep elf standing there and says, "And who are you all? How can I help you?"
Hi, I am Maxine. I'm actually here with the Spider Humane Association. From what I understand, you guys are having a lot of spider deaths, and we are actually here to investigate that.
I'm going to stop you right there. Hold on. And he flips through a tome, and he says, "We don't have anyone from the Spider Humane Association scheduled to come today. Who sent you?"
I'm sorry, are you telling me you've never heard of the S.H.A?
Oh, I know of the S.H.A. Who sent you, though?
Tom.
Roll me a deception, please. I'm going to have you do it with disadvantage, too.
Okay.
Would I know?
14.
Would I, as a druid, as a lover of animals, would I know anybody in the Spider Humane Association? I feel like I would be a member.
I feel like I would be a member. I would donate or a patron.
First thing I did, as soon as I got out of the circle of all, S.H.A, I'm going to give you all this gold that I got. I don't know what this is about. I traded my twigs for it.
I know, I'm just saying, I feel like...
She has a monthly check that goes out to the S.H.A. She's like a member.
There's a real Sarah McLachlan-looking druid that just walks around the streets of the Circle of All for just 2 twigs a month. Your donation goes to help spiders in need. They're put in horrible conditions. Some of them are missing limbs. No one wants to see a 6-legged spider, but your 2 twigs a month could help get them the prosthetics they deserve.
I can't.
Yeah, sure. You're part of the Spider Humane Association. You're a member. You've been given diligently for years now.
So then I would know someone in it. Maybe their name sounds like Tom, so that I can spin what she just said.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give me a roll to help bolster Maxine's role here.
What am I rolling exactly? History?
History.
Or?
Yeah, history.
Okay, so that's 19.
All right. You remember, it does sound like Tom. She jogged your memory. It's not Tom. It's definitely Crom.
Quam?
Crom. C-R-O-M.
Crom. Okay. So I'm going to step up. I guess I'll step up and I'll be like, oh, Maxine misspoke. She meant Crom, not Tom. I know it sounds so similar. You know, she does so much work for the organization that she just gets the names confused. But it's Crom.
That's right. My dear, dear Crom. I don't know how I could forget that.
I see. It's not like Crom to send surprise investigations. Usually we know weeks in advance.
Yeah, usually that's how that works. But when you have a bunch of spiders that have been, murdered on your campus, you deserve a surprise inspection. So if you can let us back there, I would really appreciate it.
Keep your voice down. We absolutely come right this. Please check your just check your weapons in the locker, and we'll take you on a tour.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And what did you say your name was?
My name is Maku.
That's right. I'm going to pretend I'm a rat on him later. Crom will know about this.
Man, see, I got this paper.
He's like writing down all the bullshit we're making up so he doesn't forget it.
I got this paper to write down other stuff. I did not think I was going to have to write down Spider Humane Association, Crom, Maku, the Deep Elf, who knows who Crom is. Oh, being a DM's great. Oh,
Listen, if you could come up with that Sarah McLachlan shit right on the spot, like you're fine. You're doing great.
You're fine. Deal with it.
Okay, well, so Crom helps you check all of your weapons.
Not Crom.
Sorry, not Crom.
Crom is
You're
not
right.
here. Very specifically,
Crom
he's
is not here. He's the leader of the Spider Humane Association. He has a tarantula-based problem that he's dealing with right now. So yeah, they had to send Maxine, obviously. So Maku helps you check in your gear into one of the lockers. Is anyone trying to withhold any weapons from Maku?
No, I think I'm good.
No, all I got's a scimitar. Scimitar, however the fuck you say that.
Maxine does the thing where she always has more knives. Like it's the joke you see in cartoons.
Oh God! So she's just picking them out of different places,
like a hairpin, and things like that. She's just like,
and then she's like, she goes to step away, and then she's like, no wait, actually, and then reaches in her boot, and then
I've got one of my boot.
Well, my, this is quite a lot of cutlery for an agent of the S.H.A.
Oh, would you like me to keep some of them?
Oh, no. This is your business. Please, just if that's everything, we'll go right in.
I was stony faced, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And I follow.
So you go through the double doors on the south wall, and you are assaulted by a. It's not an odor. It's not a perfume. It's definitely it's not a fragrance. It's just you're assaulted by this smell. It's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily good, but it also makes you feel kind of anxious, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Like when you go into a cat shelter?
Kind of.
It smells a little bit.
Well, a cat shelter kind of smells a little,
No, but it smells like whatever they use to clean and stuff. It's clean. It's not bad, but it's like there is a smell.
It's a very it's a distinct odor, not odor. I'm trying to think of the right word for it.
Scent.
Yeah, it's a distinct scent. There we go. And as soon as you smell it, you're overcome with this feeling of kind of anxiety. Especially Tora. Tora would kind of understand what's happening, that this is a pheromone that's in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you are in this, it's very dark. And I know I've got two humans in here, so I know that you can't really see.
I have dark vision.
But I know that the other deep elf here with us can see.
Yes, I have 120-foot dark vision.
Yep. So you can see out pretty far. You see that there are kind of these constructed caves of stone and like a proto-concrete. And you can see some movement through doorways. But yeah, it's very cavernous. It's very cave-like. You hear skittering noises kind of on stone. Times like 100 all around you. So you're just... It's smells and sounds.
But I know what it means, right?
Yeah, you get that it's a pheromone of anxiousness.
Okay.
You're guessing from these spiders. You hear a bunch of spider legs tapping.
Yeah.
And Maku says, all right, here we are. So where would you like me to take you?
Why don't you walk me through what happened? The incidents.
Okay, well, as you know, we have our brood mothers. They're actually right here up against this wall. They give us our new progeny for the spider silk operation here, and every few weeks, one of the brood mothers has unfortunately passed away.
It's always one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
One in every 1,000 eggs that hatches has the ability to become a brood mother, and we keep 12 of them here in this facility. They give us the new spiders for the silk that we produce here, and losing one is always a tragedy, and it takes months for them to be of the correct size to begin laying eggs again. So it's definitely hurt our production.
Interesting that's the problem, is hurting your production. And I scribble.
Well, we also make sure that they are kept in the best conditions. Each of their chambers is tailored to their needs.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you show me the chambers?
Maku walks about 50 feet down the wall as he's showing you everything. I'm sorry, do you all surely you understand we can't have lights here in the facility, for the spiders' comfort. So I'll do my best to describe what I can, and as your eyes adjust, you should be able to see some of what I'm talking about.
I point over at Pax, and I'm like, they can relay what's going on. I trust them.
The whole time that Maku is describing what's going on, I just kind of want to make sure that he's not trying to, deceive Maxine into thinking that, something is amiss.
Okay.
Or something that is amiss is, not noticeable.
Do you want to do an insight check, or are you talking more investigation? You're trying to, I guess, identify his words, or are you more talking about his actions?
I guess just, verifying what he's trying to say, and because I can see perfectly, I wouldn't have a problem being able to do so, right?
So yeah, actions wouldn't be a problem. So roll me that insight check then.
Okay. That's a 17.
Okay. So you get the feeling that he's being mostly truthful when he was talking about the murder of the brood mothers, excuse me. You feel like he wasn't exactly lying, but he may have been withholding some information. So you can see right here, this is one of our oldest brood mothers. Pax, was it?
Correct.
This is her chamber, and you look into the chamber and you see a very large spider. It's about 20 feet from leg to leg, front to back. It's like Aragog sized, Shelob sized.
Cool.
Oh, Shelob.
And the brood mother is there. She is actively laying eggs, actually.
Cool.
Gross.
If I knew more about spider anatomy, I'd tell you exactly where they're coming out and what it looks like, but I don't.
From their thorax, I'm pretty sure.
The bottom bit.
So, yeah, she's just pooping out these eggs right out her butthole. No.
God, this is horrible.
The eggs are coming out, and they're coming out in clusters. Each egg is, it's about apple-sized. Maybe a little larger. She lays about 50 in that go, just sitting there while you're watching her. And there's just a big pile of eggs sitting there on the ground. Just imagine 50 apples just came out of the spider.
Gross.
This is awful.
I love spiders and everything, but that visual.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have the feeding chamber right up here. Where our workers give her food. So it's easy for her to reach. This particular brood mother has been with us for, 10 years now.
I feel like even though Nicole, is disgusted, Tora's probably like, it's so beautiful.
The gift of life.
Your eyes start to adjust, and you can see kind of the black and white Reader's Digest version of everything that I just said.
All right, I'm gonna ask him. So, what security measures are taken or have been taken to make sure that these brood mothers have been contained properly, and how do you get the eggs from inside their enclosure?
Ah, well, I'm glad that you've asked. Here comes one right now. You see a robed figure coming up to the broodmother's chamber with a hand cart looking thing. It looks like it's a hand cart, but as you take a closer look, you see that it's not actually rolling; it's floating just slightly above the ground, and it has runes engraved all along the side of it. And you see them come up, and he says, "Okay, well, here you can see it for yourself." And the robed figure comes up and stops the hand cart about right in front of the enclosure. You notice that the way to get in isn't barred or really secured in any way. It looks like it's just open. It's about 10 feet wide. But as the hand cart gets closer and this robed figure starts muttering an incantation, you see that the hand cart kind of slides through the opening of the broodmother's enclosure. And as it's going through, the runes on the side glow. And the glowing bit stays as long as it's within the opening of the enclosure. As it's all the way in, the hand cart stops and drops to the ground, and the robed figure mutters another incantation, and the eggs slowly start making their way onto the hand cart, as if they're kind of rolling on their own accord. It's kind of a weird sight. Imagine, all right, you know bubble tea?
Yes.
Like those tapioca beads?
Go on.
Kind of looks like that. You know, like that slime that kids play with?
Yeah.
So imagine if tapioca beads were covered in that slime that kids play with.
Gross.
Oh, God.
But it also had a mind of its own. And it was just kind of glooping itself onto this hand cart.
Hate it.
So, Maku, who are these employees that have access to these enclosures?
Well, they're locals here from Fellows. This is... Who is this? This is Mordak, obviously. I'm sorry, Mordak. It's fine. This is Mordak. He's a local here in Fellows. He has some magical ability, and he has been hired here to oversee the egg transfer. Say hi, Mordak. Hi. And so it's similar individuals here. Everyone goes through a rigorous onboarding process, and we make sure that all of their backgrounds are safe. They've never been apprehended by the mantles. They don't have any connections with, let's say, businesses of ill repute or competitors. And if they, pass all of those onboarding procedures, then they are brought on. They all live here in the warehouse. We can show you their quarters. But
so the safety of these spiders fully relies on your ability to tell when people are lying, or are there other security measures?
Well, thank you so much for asking, Maxine. The building itself is quite secure, as you can see. We only have the one entrance here that you've seen, and then we have another entrance on the south. There are no other ways to get into this building. The building itself is warded against any sort of magical entry along the walls, the ceiling, the floors. So all of the stone is actually impregnated with we've touched granite. Have you heard of we've touched granite?
I've heard of we've touched granite, but thank you.
Yes, so we have a thin layer of these small we've touched granite pebbles throughout the wall that blocks any sort of destruction of the walls themselves. And that goes through the walls, the ceilings, and the floors. So it is protected magically. We have our bodyguards, which you have met one of.
Yes, they're very smart.
Yes, they go through the same training that each of the workers does.
That's encouraging.
I was like, ooh, I think I know how someone's getting in here.
So if I was to cast speak with animals. I can do that non-verbally, right? I can speak from my mind. I don't have to say things out loud, right?
Are you not asking Maku? You're asking me, the DM.
Yeah. No.
I, as Emily, was going to ask if Nicole had that because I was going to say something like,
Yeah.
obviously we have someone who can speak to the spiders for us, and like have you go and like talk to them.
So it does require a verbal component, but after you've done that, once you've cast it, then you can speak with the animals.
Non-verbally.
Any animal or just the one particular animal?
Communicate with beasts for the duration.
Okay.
It says verbally communicate with beasts, but you know what? It makes more sense if you just talk with them with your mind.
It does.
Okay, so while she does that, whenever she does decide to do that, I'm going to keep Maku busy. Maxine and I will keep Maku busy with questions.
Yeah.
So she can do it unhindered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll to cast that. Speak with animals.
I like pull Mako a little bit away and I'm like, so tell me more about your exact security measures as this is all going so that she is busy.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural 20.
Excellent. So he starts, that's a natural 20 for trying to do it stealthily.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't need to roll anything to cast speak with animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I was trying to be stealthy about it.
Okay. Sweet. So
I'm not wasting that natural 20.
So Maku starts going into the security measures and everything. He's telling you everything. And as Mordak finishes loading up the eggs onto this handcart, it starts levitating again, and it passes back through the magical field that is along the door, and Tora expertly and stealthily cast speak with animals. And your mind reaches out and you connect with the brood mother that's there.
Okay, so I say, hello, my name is Tora, I'm a friend.
Wild thing to say when we're here to murder one of them, but keep going.
I don't want to be a part of that plan.
Hello, little one. You look...
I bet I do look really tasty.
Thank you.
Come a little closer.
No. I just wanted to talk to you. I want to protect you. I hear that one of your friends was hurt.
I have no friends. I am here alone.
Do you see anything around you any time that may look suspicious? Or I have no idea what to say.
Ask if they feel threatened in any way ever.
Yeah, are you afraid for your life ever?
No, I stay in my cave. I'm here alone. I lay my eggs, they are taken away, and then I lay more eggs. And I am fed. I am happy. And I wish to feed upon you. Come here, little one.
Nah, that's okay. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, can she speak with animals, can she sense if there are other animals around? Or is this like you have to be making like eye contact?
It doesn't really say.
No, it doesn't.
Just says communicate with beasts.
So
This is just communication. Speak with animals isn't really like it's not like animal sense. It's not like you can reach out with your mind and sense all the animals.
Well, can she just in general think like, hey, spiders, I have some questions, and like hear them respond to her?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because you said that there was like scratching and scratching all around us.
Yes, they're scritching and scratching all around.
So I'm gonna reach out with my mind, I guess, and say, are there any other spiders that would like to talk to me?
There is a resounding sound in your head.
Oh God!
As thousands of voices respond to you.
No!
Okay. Anybody have any information on the killings of spiders?
A majority of the responses back say, hungry, hungry. You don't really hear a whole lot of anyone being in pain. And you hear from pretty far away in your mind's eye, I guess, one of the spiders says, "I've seen something."
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Come to me on the 3rd level.
Okay.
They're going to eat you.
Can I get there?
You would have to talk to Maku, I guess, if you wanted more information. You do know there's a way to get up. There are ladders placed between some of the silk extraction chambers. You remember from the blueprint there are 6 silk extraction chambers on each level. But at the point where 4 of them meet, there's a ladder up to the next level.
So is it just the brood mothers that have been killed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just random spiders. It's specifically these ones that are being killed.
Based on what Maku's told you so far, yes, that's the general feeling that you get. Yeah, he details it in more depth as he's talking to you about the security measures that have been taken.
Okay.
Can I whisper to Pax or Maxine, whoever's closest to me, and not actively talking to Maku? Can I just say, we need to get to the 3rd floor?
You want to try and do that stealthily?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Roll me no stealth check.
What do I have for stealth? Absolutely nothing. So that's a 12.
Okay. You are able to pass a message, and it doesn't seem like Maku notices.
Finally, when I need you, you roll like shit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which one are you talking to?
Who's closer?
Pax?
Yeah, Pax. So I whisper. I say, we need to get to the 3rd floor.
Okay, and then I go to Maku. Okay, well, first, while she was talking to the spider, I would like to ask a question to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, as a magic user, tell how difficult it would be for someone to, say us for instance, to put that box into that enclosure and do the runes around it and everything without getting murdered by a giant spider?
You want to do, I guess, an investigation to see how hard it would be to get the containment field and draw the runes and not be slaughtered by a giant broodmother?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead, roll me investigation.
Sounds fine.
That is an unnatural 20.
With your current knowledge of the situation, you feel it would be almost impossible to not be horribly maimed or killed in some way by the broodmother.
Great. So, in that investigation, can I determine whether or not I would need to get one of those floating carts? So, if I were to put the box on the floating cart and draw the runes, then I can slip that under the broodmother, and we could use it that way? Can I tell with that in my investigation?
I mean, you could put the containment field on the cart and get it in there, but in order to draw the runes, you have to physically be in the room.
I could also try to use animal friendship on it so that it won't attack us, maybe? Is that a thing? Because I have all these animal spells, but I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Animal friendship might work. It might be a little weird when you're friends with it when we kill it, but...
Oh.
I think it only lasts for an hour.
Just saying.
24 hours, unfortunately. I told you, I'm not part of that fucking plan.
That's the only plan.
I don't like it. I don't want it.
So, in that case, Tora whispers to me about having to get up to the 3rd level, and then I go to Maku and Maxine and I say, so we're going to need to inspect all of these broodmother enclosures to make sure that they are all up to code for the Spider Humane Association?
Absolutely. By all means. I'll allow you to do a full inspection of the facility. Is there anywhere else that you'd like to visit on the tour? I can offer some more insight on. I haven't seen you all before from the Spider Humane Association, so I don't know if there are any questions that you may have for me.
Emily has a question. We saw this blueprint.
Yes, you've seen this blueprint.
And we know how many floors there are right here?
Yes, you know that there are 3 levels of the spider pseudo caverns, so to speak. And then there are 5 levels of the silos where they keep the silk.
Okay.
Everything else is 1 level, and that includes the magical equipment that processes the silk and the living quarters of the workers.
Okay. So I say Crom gave us a pretty good rundown of what we're looking for here. And from what I understand, you have 3 floors here. We're just going to need to check all 3 of those right now.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that you've already had a briefing of the facility. If you don't have any objections, I'll scoot on back to my duties at the front desk.
Oh, of course. We can't leave the front desk unmanned. Some people who may not supposed to be here could get back here.
Absolutely correct. Thank you very much. If you need anything, just flag a worker down and they should be able to help you. There aren't many workers here at this time of day. Mostly it's just the spiders spinning their silk, doing what they do best. But if you need a worker, you can flag one down there.
That is good to know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll see you when you check out.
Toodles.
Farewell.
Okay. So let's head on up to the 3rd floor, I guess, if we're by ourselves.
Okay. Is that what everyone wants to do?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Tora's got to come.
Okay. So you head up to...
I don't have a choice.
Yes, you head to where the ladder is, right at the convergence of 4 of the silk chambers. You can now see a little better in the dark, and Pax can, already see. But as you pass the silk generating chambers, you see that there are hundreds of spiders. Not as large as the brood mothers. They're only about 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide, 10 by 10 cubes. But they are being contained. They're kind of corralled like you would think a dairy cow is. There's hundreds of them in each chamber spinning their silk, and the silk is being spooled on these magical turning devices. Every once in a while, one of the spools fills up, and you see a worker will go and unload it and put it on another one of these hand carts that you've seen. But you head up to the 2nd level, it looks identical to the 1st level, and you head up to the 3rd level, and it's identical to level 1 and 2. So it's going to be hard to get lost here.
Can I reach out with my mind and say, I'm on the 3rd level, and where are you, or something?
You reach out, and you hear a spider say back to you, in the back, on the north wall.
So I start heading in that direction, pointedly looking at them, slight shake of my head, this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head to the north wall. You're up. You're on the wall that the brood mothers are on. You get up to the north wall, and you see that there is a chamber that's empty, and you see that there's a chamber next to it that has a spider that's right up against where the enclosure opens, right up against the door.
Cool.
And it looks like it's looking at you.
Sorry.
Tora would love it.
Tora's on cloud 9 right now, but Nicole is
Emily would love it.
I hate spiders. I wouldn't hurt them. I don't like them. So I say, tell me what you know.
My sister was killed.
Oh no.
This chamber next to mine, there is a crack in the wall. I have seen that she was slain.
How?
There was a cloaked figure that came as if from nowhere, and a bright light flashed, and then I saw my sister fall.
That's so sad. I'm so
It's
sorry.
sad.
Weren't the spiders killed outside of this place and not in the enclosures?
In Maku's detailing, he said that the spiders were killed within their enclosures, in other locations that he had talked to you about. There are other facilities that had the brood mothers had actually gotten out, and they were slain in the streets or in other locations. So this seems to be the most secure and largest of the facilities that have been experiencing these broodmother losses.
So there's a crack in the wall, the spider said.
Yeah.
I think the crack is how the spider saw the other spider die, not how someone got in.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was like...
Yeah, the way that that first broodmother that you talked to on the first level was speaking, she did not know that there were other spiders around. And the way that these man-made caverns are set up, none of them face another cavern.
So they wouldn't know. The only reason this one knows is because there was a crack in the wall.
Yeah, the broodmothers wouldn't know. The broodlings would know because they're, stacked like cattle next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just do a double check to make sure we're not being watched or anything?
Which passive perception?
16.
No one's been around on this level that you've seen. If you want to do an active one, I mean, you can do that.
Yes.
So, what do we do?
I mean, I guess we need to get as much information from this person as possible, or this spider as possible.
Or this is the one we take.
That's so messed up.
It's sad. I don't want to do it.
Neither do I.
Emily doesn't want to. Maxine would be fine. Emily does not want to do it.
Well, neither Tora nor Nicole want to.
What if we just figure it out? What if we just solve it and then we don't have to kill anything?
Yeah, just solve the puzzle. Y'all are really good at that.
I feel like it has to be an inside job.
Obviously, yeah. I think there's no way that someone has been going to, I don't know though, because it's all these different facilities.
So maybe the person that's responsible, we don't even know this person's name, right? She didn't tell us.
Did she tell us?
She gave you the code name, the Wraith.
Oh yeah. So then we can maybe the Wraith guy has connections on the inside and set it up in all these different facilities where he had one or maybe two people that were secretly working for him, or maybe he's hypnotizing them. I don't fucking know. But maybe we should interrogate them, unleash Peck's intimidation on them or something.
Break some fingers, maybe some kneecaps.
I'll, throw up my wall of fire again. Just kidding.
Perfect. Well, I think we should decide what we're going to do in character.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to reach out with my mind again and say to the spider, is there anything else that you can remember that could help me stop this person from hurting any more spiders?
Before I heard my sister's cries for help, I heard a sound like a tearing of fabric.
Okay.
And then I heard my sister's cries.
I'm so sorry.
Tearing a fabric. Do you think it's someone is teleporting, sort of?
Or someone got their robes ripped.
Yeah, and that's how we can tell who is on the inside.
That's fair.
It's like how they knew Professor Snape was involved with Fluffy because they saw the bite in his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Not the way that they thought, but...
Okay, so yeah. I guess Tora has to relay all that.
Yeah, so no one's around us, right?
Pax, did you want to do another active perception?
Yeah, I can do. That's a 15.
Okay. You see some workers are walking around, but no one's watching you. No one's. They're just doing their business.
Is anyone within listening range?
Well, Pax's vision goes out 120 feet, and he doesn't see anyone really actively caring what you all are doing.
All right, I'm gonna roll for whispering, I guess.
Roll for whisper.
12.
Okay, you whisper.
And I tell them what the spider told me. And I tell them that I think we need to interrogate the workers to see if we can find out. I think this is an inside job.
Okay, so we need to go find the workers. Where do people work?
Well, Maku told you, and the blueprints tell you that they are in the southwest of the warehouse.
Okay, so we head that way.
All right, so you all are heading down to the workers' quarters.
Mm-hmm.
You go down the ladders. You head to the west wall. You pass a bunch of the unrefined spools of spider silk, and where they are contained as they wait to be brought into the warehouse transformation chambers and actually converted into a usable product. So you head past all of that storage on the first level, and on the west wall there is a door that leads to the transformation machinery. It is all. It looks like you're back in Gizmobur almost, with all the pipes and the brass instrumentation and magical runes and blue shining lights and everything. It's very, very high tech, or high magic, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But it is bright here in this portion of the warehouse as your eyes adjust. The door through has been magicked in such a way that it is dark on the side that is the man-made cavern, and it is light on the other side. So you can see the doorway, you walk through it, and then it's immediately bright again as you pass the threshold. And to the southwest is the workers' quarters. You see a lot more workers here. There seems to be like a little meeting area outside of some double doors to the main lounge area, I guess we'll say. It's almost like they put a tavern inside this warehouse just for the people that are living and working here.
Can I actively investigate or percept while I'm walking through here the entire time?
Sure, roll me a perception or investigation, whichever one you'd like to do.
Okay.
I have this dream that I want to make friends with one of the big spiders and then like ride out of here on them, like also just like letting a bunch of them go.
Oh my God.
At the same time, I have this. I even came up with, literally just right now in my head, I came up with a splinter cell group of the Spider Humane Society that really wants to liberate them instead of just being nice about the humane stuff, kind of like PETA. And I'm calling it LASS, LASS, the Liberate Arachnid Secret Society.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's actually my real goal here, is to just free as many spiders as I possibly can.
Ride out on the biggest brood mother and like...
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to make friends with it and then just cause some chaos.
All right.
That's my dream. I'm not actually going to do it. That's just my dream.
What's your alignment?
My alignment is animals.
Alignment is animals.
Seriously, because you're going to ride out on a brood mother and it's going to eat the first person it sees. So
not true. They're very well fed here.
Not outside, they aren't.
They are well fed here.
You heard that, brood mother. She's happy.
And she also wanted to eat you.
Yes. Okay, so let's go to the bar, I guess.
Well, what was...
I'm also chaotic good, so like I'm causing some chaos for the greater good.
That's fair.
Sure. Okay, so that's a 21 to percept.
Okay, you're just looking out for anything weird then, huh?
Anything weird or torn robes or,
Your first impressions are everyone seems generally happy. There are some people who look like they're getting a little stir crazy because there are no windows. There's no sort of magic to make it look like the outside. And from what Maku told you, everyone lives and works here in this same facility. There's kind of a weird, let's say, quarantine-y energy surrounding all of the people here.
Maybe that's how the bad guy got to, one of the workers by like...
Yo, man, I can get you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Or like playing off of their already, miserable, feelings that they don't like this place and that they have to work here.
Mm-hmm.
The workers themselves, they seem to be of, well, like Maku said, they're from Fellows. So they're lower income individuals.
Yeah, he probably promised them money.
They're working for coppers here at the Spider Silk facility. Maku talked about the broodmother killings eating into production costs or eating into their profits,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
So now we can also talk about the laws. See, the society, it's the Liberate Arachnid Workers Society.
All right, Hermione.
Oh, man. Anyway.
You notice there are some torn clothing. You don't feel like it's... You see more than you would see on the streets, I guess, but it doesn't seem like any of the clothes have been torn in malicious ways. It's just the clothing that these workers are wearing.
Tattered.
Yeah, tattered.
Okay.
So should we, like, intimidate some people and, like, talk to them and then interrogate is what the word I was looking for?
Well, Pax, do you know Thieves' Can't?
I think we did talk about that I would know Thieves' Can't, right?
Yeah, I allowed that as one of your languages.
Yes.
Because you can.
No, you can't. Get it? Get it?
Yeah. If you want to, if you want to talk to some people and maybe just drop some subtle Thieves' Can't and see if you can maybe find the underbelly here, that would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, like, Tora and I can go around and we can, or it can be the three of us and we sit down at, like, is there like tables, like, are people, I don't know why I pictured a cafeteria.
No, it's got cafeteria feels.
Okay, so a table's full of people. So we can all three go to, like, each table and kind of be like, hey, we're just investigating the incidents that have been going on. Do you mind explaining? And then Pax can say something where he drops a little bit of Thieves' Can't that's subtle, and if they get it, they get it, and if they don't, they don't, and then we just move to the next table. Montage.
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 I'll allow that to happen if everyone's into it.
Chabra. I was just going to annoy them to death talking about the spiders. But
How are the spiders treated?
how is it working with them? That must be so fantastic. I'm so jealous. Tell me everything.
So, Pax, for your Thieves' Can't pepperings, roll me a performance or an intelligence, I guess, to pepper it in subtly into conversation.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. 23.
Okay, so...
Sorry, 22.
Okay. Well, that changes things.
Worse.
So there are a lot of tables here, but at the third table that you are talking with, I mean, you've been peppering in this Thieves' Can't and no one's picking up on it. At the third table, though, not the person that you're directly talking to. You're talking to a human, but there's a dwarf at the table who kind of perks up when you say a certain phrase. And he kind of makes a gesture to you to, let's go talk over here. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
I'm under what you're standing.
Yeah. So the dwarf makes that gesture to you. It's actually a deep dwarf.
Okay, so like from the Veiled City kind of dwarf?
Yeah, a veiled city dwarf. His skin is, graying, and he's got reddish eyes and everything. Everyone that you've talked to that's working here seems like they would fit in the Veiled City. Really, it's everyone here has dark vision, you notice.
I nod my head and then I look over at the like a corner table that has nobody there. Maybe we can go check out that corner table.
Yeah, that works. So you sit down. The dwarf comes over not too long later and says, "So, what are you looking for?"
What can you tell me about the brood mothers? I'm interested in them.
Really, you're from the Spider Humane Association. You want to know about the brood mothers, huh? Thought you'd know about them.
Well, I know what the textbooks say about the brood mothers. I want to know what you have to say about them.
Oh, you mean here at this facility, huh?
Yeah.
They're well kept care of. You know, about every few weeks. For the last few months now, we've had one of the brood mothers perish. I've seen the bodies laying on the floor. It's not pretty.
I lean in towards him on the table and I look around a little bit subtly. And I'm like, the murders are what I'm interested in.
Oh, well.
What can you tell me about that?
I might have some some details for you, but I can't quite remember everything, And yeah, he rubs two of his fingers together.
He wants some money. Money, please.
Is this a business expense? Can I take this up with the silver mantle?
Yes.
He wants that coin.
All right, I am going to pull 10 gold out of my pocket, and I'm gonna.
Good God, you're gonna ruin the economy of fellows.
We're so bad about that.
Oh, 10 gold? They're working for coppers, right?
Yeah.
Shit, they're working for coppers.
Right. 1 gold, he'd freak out.
You're gonna get this dwarf killed carrying that much money around.
All right, I'm gonna whip out 1 gold and slide it over and say, I'm interested in what you're gonna say.
He says, I can't spend that here.
He sees the glint of gold, and he just as quick as you pull it out, he snatches the gold piece up, and it's gone in a pocket of his work outfit.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Well, believe me, I won't. Well, I will, because I can't leave. But
God.
Anyway, yeah. So there's talk that someone's been letting people in. It's hard to sneak someone in here, but someone's been doing it, or at least someone knows a little bit more information. But anyway, the broodmothers, I've been tracking it. There's a schedule to it. And one of these broodmothers is going to be killed tomorrow if everything tracks.
Any idea who might be behind this?
Well, there's workers who might try and get ahead here. If I had my guess, it'd be one of the egg movers who think they're too good to be moving eggs around. They think that the magic can be put to better use elsewhere.
I raise my eyebrow and I say, "How do you know that there's a pattern? What do you look for?"
Well, I mean, when it starts eating into your wages, you kind of start to take notice, don't you?
But when you lose a brood mother, that's when your wages take a hit, don't they?
Yeah, so I've been keeping track of when the brood mother's been dying to know when I'm going to lose a few coppers, have to start saving up so I can keep having my beer.
So is it like every 3 weeks? Is it like is it us like every Wednesday, every third Wednesday? Or like what's the pattern?
The pattern's every 25 days.
Okay.
No, 26 days. No, it's 24 days. That would mean... Hold on. He counts on his fingers. No, it's not tomorrow. It's tonight.
Ah! Oh, no!
I guess I haven't been keeping that good a track. I had too many beers yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to put this gold to good use.
Is it... God, I want to be over there so bad. I have so many questions.
I imagine that you all are over there.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness.
So these spiders, when you say there's a pattern, is it just a pattern of when it happens, or is there a pattern of which spider it is? Like, is it always like on a certain floor? Is it alternating floors? Is it?
I mean, so far as I know, it's always been on a different floor.
Okay.
Sometimes it's in the first one, way back months and months ago. It was on the second level, second cell, and then it was third level, first cell, then first level, first cell, then third level, third cell, and then there's no pattern to that.
Okay.
It's just the day. It's always the 24th day.
Okay.
And they don't seem to be doing anything about it. I mean, they try and up the security, but who's getting in? How?
I don't know. You got great security here. I don't know how anyone could get through.
How much longer do we have before?
Yeah, is there a specific time that it happens?
It's always at night. That's the only thing. It's not.
Is it nighttime now?
It's nighttime. It was nighttime when you all arrived.
Ooh, we gotta go.
How long has it been since I cast that spell? It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to recast it.
Is anyone in trouble?
It only lasts 10 minutes, so I feel like while we're, walking around or getting to where we need to go, I figured I could just reach out and talk to
Reach out with your feelings, Tora.
We don't have any sort of sending stones or anything to keep in contact with each other, right?
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
I need spidey sense.
I was thinking we could each be on like one floor near the broodmothers and we could just call when something happened, but
I forgot I don't need to roll for it. So yes, it happens. I'd cast that spell.
You can reach out with your mind and speak with the animals.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, reach out and say, is everyone okay? I don't know.
You hear a lot of hungries coming back at you, and that weird spider chitter. Everyone seems generally okay of the hundreds of spiders that you're talking to.
Be on the lookout. Something is going to happen tonight.
that's good. That's a nice warning.
A lot of them say, can't turn my head.
Oh my god.
Shout for me if you need help, especially the brood mothers.
A lot of the spiders come back saying, there's brood mothers here?
It's like I don't know if they know. If you're an egg layer.
The brood mothers are coming back to you and they're saying, there are more than one of us here?
Yes.
Yes.
And one of you is in danger.
And they're dying. Like, let them know.
You feel like you smell that anxiety pheromone coming from the cavern as you say that to them, because they're getting anxious because you just told them that one of them's in danger.
Yep. Which is fair.
Great.
Let them know.
I turn back to the dwarf and I ask, these levitating carts that they get the eggs from, how many of them are there and where do they keep them?
I don't work with the carts because I'm not magically inclined, let's say. See, I work in the hatchery with the itty bitty broodlings.
Cute.
Oh, the babies.
The baby spiders.
Is that Maxine?
No.
You remember that
That's Emily.
you remember that the eggs themselves were like apple sized. So even if they are little, they're the size of a tarantula.
Like, but it's so cute because it's baby.
Yeah.
Well, what did Haggard say when Eric got catch? She was the size of a Pekingese. Pekingese. That's a big ass dog. That's not a big dog, but it's bigger than what you'd think it is.
For a spider, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's bigger than an apple.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have any other?
Oh, well, he was asking how many carts. There. I mean, it's got to be 10 per level, I guess. So I wouldn't think there'd be more than there are mages.
What floor was the last murder on?
It was a third floor.
It said it's always different floors, so it's either going to be the first and second.
It was third floor, third cell.
So now I want to know, has there ever been a murder on the same floor in a row, or is it always different?
You're making me think real hard now. Really making me earn this gold.
Maxine stretches her hand out and kind of taps his hand like, you can do it, but she also slips him another piece of gold.
Oh, yeah, it's nope, it's never been the same floor 2 times in a row.
All right, so we know it's first or second then.
Yeah. I can't think of any other questions. I think we should probably head. We didn't get his name. We should probably get his name.
What's your name, friend?
You can call me Vokek.
All right.
Maybe we should start going level by level to make sure that, in a sneaky fashion, to make sure that the brood mothers are safe.
Agreed. I'm going to turn around and be like, Vikram, was it? Thank you so much for your help.
Vokek.
Yes. If you ever get out of here, good. And then I turn around. I was going to say, look me up, but I would never. So it's like, all right, bye.
Okay. So you are done in the mess area, and you're heading back to the spider caverns?
So let's head to the first floor. Let's see if everything's chill down there.
You head back into the spider cavern, floor 1. Everything seems pretty good. You see some workers. One of the other brood mothers has just finished a clutch of eggs, and one of the mages is moving it with one of the hand carts. Pax can kind of surreptitiously watch this person as you're checking other places, but everything seems fine. They take the handcart over to the northwest side of the cavern, and they go through a door, and they come back with an empty handcart.
So these caverns are stacked on top of each other, and there's a ladder to get up to the second level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I vote that someone goes and stands on the second level to keep an eye on it. So we have someone on the first and the second level.
But we don't have dark vision.
Foiled again. Ha 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 ha.
Fuck. I'm gonna sit at the base of the ladder, so I can see if anyone's coming or going up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to be stealthy about this?
Is anyone looking at us?
Every time you've gone past workers, they haven't really paid you much mind. Apparently, this is something that happens occasionally. Getting inspected.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit and wait.
I would like to be stealthily somewhere around there as well.
So away from the brood mothers, but by the ladder? To see if anyone's going up?
I think you should stay by the brood mothers because you're the only one who can actually see them.
So you all are on the first floor then?
Yeah.
Okay. You all are posted up for maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. It's kind of hard to tell the passage of time. And Taurus' tiger's eye necklace starts to feel warm.
Oh. So can I cast... I'm going to cast the speak with animals thing again.
Is it a cantrip or is it a slotted spell?
No, I'm using some slots, but it's fine. I still have a lot more.
Okay.
I'm just using my first level slots.
Okay, you cast speak with animals and you hear, it's a slower voice. It sounds like it might be one of the brood mothers. And she tells you something isn't right.
Let's go.
Are you on the second floor or the first floor?
They kind of project into your mind where they are. You can see that they're looking out of their enclosure, but you don't see Pax or you don't see Pax.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell to them. Because I'm farther away from them, right? I'll just yell. I don't care about it. Yeah, I'll just yell. Second floor, go.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay.
It's dark though.
Yeah, I'm going up the ladder. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for Pax, I guess. I don't know.
My speed's 35 feet, and I can probably dash if I really need to.
Yeah. So you make your way up the ladder, Maxine, and you are running towards the brood mothers, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tora, what are you doing?
So I do have the cantrip produce flame that I can just make a small flame in my hand so that I can kind of see in front of me.
I thought the spiders hated light, though.
Yeah, it's not too bright to wear because it's in my hand. I can kind of make my own little pocket flashlight kind of thing. I feel like.
You make your pocket flashlight. There are some hisses of disagreement that you hear in your head because you just cast speak with animals.
Sorry, I needed it. I'm trying to save you all.
I'm sorry.
So you make your way up the ladder as well?
Yeah, just running through with this little flame in my hand.
So you all reach the back, or the brood mothers on the second floor. One of them in the second cell looks like it's in distress. It's kind of working its way all around its enclosure, and it's avoiding one of the back corners.
Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what you think is wrong.
Someone is trying to get me.
Who?
Right as you say that, its back is to you, and you see what looks like a glowing dagger. It is purple. The purple light is being cast on the walls, and you see a purple dagger kind of floating in midair, just the blade of it.
Oh no.
And you see that the spider is hissing, and you hear a loud rip as this dagger goes down through the air, and you see a massive, what looks like a tear hanging in midair with purple light kind of flowing all around it. The tear kind of gets larger, and a cloaked figure steps through. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh,
Damn it,
no.
I knew it.
I was like, I've got some stuff I can do. I've got some stuff I do. Okay,
I know,
okay.
me too. I wanted to use Entangled and like wrap them in some vines or something.
Hi, I've got Detect Thoughts.
I've got Banishment.
It's all very good, y'all.
Yes, very good. So thank you all so much for tuning into the Village Idiots podcast or live stream, whichever one you tuned into. I hope that you had a great time listening. I had a great time DMing, and I hope my players had a great time playing.
Yeah.
This week's Village Idiot. Oh, who's it going to be?
I feel like I played some solid D&D today.
I feel like you played some solid D&D too. However, you did have one misstep there.
Nathan?
Maxine, you used a name that could be easily identifiable or rejected when you were trying to make your way as a Spider Humane Association investigator.
Oh, I said my name was Maxine.
No, well, you said your name was Maxine, but you also said the person who sent you was named Tom.
They asked me.
Well, you didn't even try and like skirt around it. You just, oh yeah, Tom sent me. So
I don't see a problem.
I think that's gonna, yeah, that's not so great. But yeah, you all did play some solid D&D, so you all gain a hero point for today.
Yay!
All the RP that y'all did today.
Yep.
Talking to animals, trying to get information out of people, trying to, deceive people. Y'all did a great job. I don't know how many hero points y'all have, but you've got one more than you did last week, unless you're at full and then you don't have any.
Sure.
So yeah, Village Idiot this week is going to be Marquess Maxine Monroe. Sorry, honey.
She's just an idiot, though. I feel like that's okay.
So anyway, if you want to reach out to us on social media, listeners can do that, right, Nicole?
Yeah, you can go to Twitter and type in @VillageIdiotPod. That's where you can find us on Twitter. And if you want to talk to me personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You can find me at JRoma20.
I'm at Neurotic Good.
You can find me at Village Idiots DM.
And you can't find Jordan because he's on paternity leave. Yeah, you were supposed to say that, Nate, not me.
How much longer do we say that he's on paternity leave?
I thought we were going to do that like the whole time.
This is the...
Yeah, we'll do it the whole time.
Okay. And you can't find Jordan because he's on paternity leave. I did it.
We also have a website, villageidiotspodcast.com. Tons of cool stuff up there. Some artwork, some things, Are we still doing the Village Idiots tally?
Yeah, indefinitely.
Yeah, we should.
You got to do the tally for season 1.5.
Because I think I'm winning.
Yeah. And there's also a link to our Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, want to hear more from your favorite idiots? Well, you're in luck because we have a Patreon. For just a couple bucks a month, you'll have exclusive access to some DM insights with Nathan and behind the screens. Listen to Nicole and I BS and What's What with Dilly and Dally, and even a mini prequel campaign set in the world of Lanamora.
If a subscription to our Patreon is too much of a commitment for you, we'd love if you could leave us a quick review on iTunes. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about us, and new episodes come out every Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, that's correct. New episodes come out every Tuesday. It is Sunday. Currently, this is our new streaming/recording time. So we have now moved from Thursday evenings to Sundays. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you had a good time listening. Tune in next week. Let's find out who this cloaked figure is and why he wants to kill a spider. Well, I said he. I don't know. You don't know. You can't tell gender. He's got a cloak on.
You just use he again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.